Hello, everybody. My name is Ming Chen. I'm here at Commercial UAV Expo with Inside Unmanned Systems and autonomous media. And I'm here with Steve Chrisman and Eric Smidt from Pendleton UAS range. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Doing excellent. Happy to be here.
Amazing. Can you tell me about the Pendleton UAS range, its innovations, its features, who does it serve? I'm throwing everything out there. I'm just going to let you talk. So it's an amazing facility.
It's easy to do, Ming. Yeah, as far as we can tell, we're one of the busier UAS ranges in the United States. Over 18,000 UAS ops this year at Eastern Oregon Regional Airport in Pendleton, which is based there in Pendleton. So the range is 14,000 square miles. Massive piece of ground or airspace across Northeast Oregon, all the way to the Idaho border, up to the Washington border. One of the things that makes it special is how high you can fly, so up to 15,000 feet MSL. That's a lot higher than most places. Huge terrain and climate diversity. So I think we have 40 or 50 crops that are grown just in our little area, from vineyards to peas to corn, you name it.
I mean, just for the facility, just for testing.
Just outside our facility. We work with customers, and they tell us what they want. We need an elk herd in an old growth forest. We need a 15,000 foot peak. We'll go hunt down a landowner that happens to have access to whatever they need and get them connected. And it's worked out really well. Even the big companies seem to prefer having someone do the tedious work of hunting down the sites.
That's amazing. How long have you guys been in existence?
2000, whenever the test sites were awarded. So
2012. So we were one of the original test sites awarded. So in 2012.
So we're 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're part of the Pan-Pacific Test Range under the University of Alaska, and we're one of the major test sites out of that range.
Amazing. Was there one specific thing that inspires, like, oh, but we need this? This facility can serve a greater need. Everybody should use this. What inspired this?
So we were a classic. I had just arrived in town 10 years ago, and we were a classic World War II era airport. Very famous history. Many 79 of Doolittle's Raiders actually trained at Pendleton Airport. They didn't become named Doolittle's Raiders until they went to, I think, Florida, but they all were based at the Pendleton Airport. So amazing history. The Triple Nickel and All African American Power Trooper Group, all based there. But I showed up 10 years ago, and the airport had fallen on very hard times. One of the only things going on there was Eric's unit. He was a sergeant. He could tell you about what they were working on.
Please.
I was in a National Guard unit that flew RQ-7 Bravo Shadows for the Oregon Army National Guard. The equipment got fielded in 2008, but it never flown in the state of Oregon when I got hired. So I got hired in 2011 is when I came on, and one of my first taskings was to find a place where we could go fly and train. So part of that is that we had to figure out how to navigate the FAA airspace and get our UAV flying near our base, right? So we were able to get a COA. At that time, our commander was in charge, or was also the president of the airport commission. And then the FAA said, hey, we're going to create these test sites. And our commander went to Steve, who had just come on, and said, hey, Steve, it'd be a really good idea if you guys attempted to do this for the city of Pendleton.
Because not only does it have military applications, he said these commercial markets are going to open. Certainly there's a range of time estimations on when.
I think we're seeing a lot of that here at Commercial UAV Expo, correct?
It's and really nothing happened for maybe 3 years. I mean, it was the summer of July. I can remember exactly. July of 2016. Our COAs got approved that allow us to fly over the 14,000 square miles, and it's just been all uphill from there. Exponential growth in UAS. We have more than 2 times the UAS operations at the airport than we have the manned or crewed operations, which has got to be pretty uncommon in the United States.
Amazing. How many UAS ranges are there, ballpark? If I asked you that, you have any idea?
10, 15, I would say, that claim to be a UAS range.
So inside of the Pan-Pacific range, you have Alaska probably has 4 or 5 test sites, and then Oregon has 3 test sites, and then Hawaii actually has 1. So that's just in the Pan-Pacific range. So there was 6 of those FAA test sites originally, and then I've heard of more that have popped up over time.
Amazing. And if I were to ask you, what advantages does your UAS range have over maybe some of the others?
A big part of our success, I feel, on our range is just the fact that we're a small community, and we can get things done very quickly.
Okay.
So whether you're a
Very
large
important.
business or a small business, we can move those mountains faster than a lot of other people can. And so when you're trying to save money on your flight test, which is a very expensive endeavor, being able to do something in 2 days versus 2 months is very,
It's
very
huge.
important. And that's what keeps customers coming to us, and that's what always keeps customers coming back.
I like to say there's very little ROI on R&D, and a lot of these folks are building for markets that are 1, 2, 5, maybe 20 years out.
Yeah.
So we're trying to be the non-government entity. We're going to pull down barriers. We want you to be safe, but we're going to move you to market as fast as humanly possible.
Amazing. And I love your taglines, proven in Pendleton.
Yeah.
That's right.
When I say that, what does that mean to you guys?
That means that. Well, go ahead, Eric. What's your take?
Oh man, the technology that we're seeing in Pendleton, we're just a little town, a little ag town, and the technology we're seeing there is going to change the world. And so, if you're not bringing your UAVs to test them in Pendleton, you're really not proving that you could do the job. To
Kind
be
of the
able to sell it
JD
to your
power
customers,
of
right?
UAS
Yep.
testing.
Yep.
If you haven't had that tag of approval, then you really haven't tested.
For sure. And it rolls off the tongue really nice. It's very, very alliterative, proven in Pendleton. Are there any case studies or success stories that maybe stick out or come to mind if I asked you?
Yeah, I mean,
Or that you can talk about?
we have 10 year-round tenants at the airport,
Okay.
so we're leasing out over 50,000 square feet of space, over 250,000 square feet of ground at an airport that couldn't give ground or anchors away not too long ago. And so 10 year-round customers, probably 20, 25 customers that we call a lot of them are transients.
Yeah.
They come in and out, but that's okay by us. We have a huge rodeo in Pendleton. We're very famous for whiskey, wool, and rodeo, and now drones.
Right.
But because of that rodeo, we got 40 plus restaurants and 1,000 hotel rooms. That's very uncommon for a little ag town in Eastern
Yeah,
Oregon.
for sure. I'm putting on the list of places to visit.
You got to come see.
Yeah,
For
you
sure.
got to see the rodeo.
We got a
absolutely.
spot for you, man. I have great seats at the rodeo for you.
That's
It starts
amazing.
next week, so
I'll tell you a successful project that I like to talk
Yes,
about,
please.
that I can talk about the most, is Sprite, which is just right over
Yes,
here at the show.
they were just over here.
So they successfully flew a blood sample from a small little hospital outside of town to our test labs in town. Just here a few weeks ago. To me, that's just an amazing advancement in technology, that they're going to be able to run samples in minutes versus hours in traffic or whatever, and they're going to be able to create that there in Pendleton and make it happen.
Right, possibly saving lives.
Absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely.
There's no other way to say it.
Vahana is probably another one of our more famous projects. Project Vahana was there, the Airbus flying taxi cab. 138 amazing missions without incident,
Wow.
out over the wheat field. I mean, it was the Jetsons coming to life.
Yeah.
Pendleton, Oregon. We've got some new flying car projects coming our way, and we're
So,
excited.
Look out, Spacely Sprockets, everybody.
Orbit
That's
City,
right.
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about that I didn't ask about?
We're as turnkey, business friendly, and affordable as you're going to find in the United
Amazing.
States.
That's amazing. Do you remember your booth number? Definitely check them out if you're here.
847.
I think that's
Come check us out.
Okay, yeah,
that's right. I'm not sure. Yeah.
You can't miss them. Check them out, PendletonUASrange.com. And thank you guys, Eric, Chris. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Really happy to talk to you guys. Great luck with everything.
Thanks, Mick.
And I'll be seeing you guys over in Pendleton.
Come
You
see us.
bet. Come say hi.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Meg.